I wanted to start with a car I just won, which is the Bugatti Vision Gran Turismo. Now, I've already driven this car a couple laps around Interlagos, tried to drive it around one of their fake tracks, I forget the name, and that caught so much air going off a hill, it was just almost impossible to drive around the track. This thing is crazy. I mean, I knew it was fast, but I didn't think it was this fast. Like when I hit the gas, as soon as I floored it, it shocked me how much ground I just covered in like a split second. It's just insane. So, I'll go to home first here and show you the car. And also get the specs on it, because it's got some pretty crazy numbers. First of all, as you can see, it's got 1,626 horsepower, which is 100 more than the Bugatti Chiron. Which, you know, isn't a super huge figure. Actually, it is a super huge figure. I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's not a super duper amount of power more than the Chiron had. But if you look at the weight, it's like almost half a ton lighter. It's a lot lighter. And the torque is just staggering, too. It's got 1,300 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, I don't think most semi-trucks have that much torque. In a car that's lighter than a Ferrari 458. It's crazy. And it's got some downforce, too. Like, I was driving it, and it wasn't a super hard car to drive. Like, I mean, it had a little bit of understeer, but that's just because it goes so dang fast. And I also had racing hard tires on it, too, and it was not a hard car to drive. Like, on GT6, when I drove the Red Bull X1, and I drove the SRT Tomahawk, like, I was like, okay, these cars are fast, but it takes a really, really well-focused person with really good reaction time to drive it. This car is not as hard to drive. I was like, wow, this thing's pretty easy. And it has good brakes, too. Like, it stops really quickly. It's about 4 times easier to drive than the Ferrari LaFerrari, which I also just got as well. That's down here. This car is cool, but it's got a fraction of the power. It is a little bit lighter, but it's also a lot harder to drive because it's rear-wheel drive. This car, and as you can see, the acceleration is like half of what the Chiron is. It's because it's got rear-wheel drive. It just spins the tires. Like, I had this thing in like 4th gear going over 100 miles an hour, well over 100, maybe even 150, and it was still spinning the tires. It's just crazy. Any car that has over 900 horsepower should have all-wheel drive. I mean, it's just a fact. Unless it's got really sticky racing tires on it and tons of downforce, which, you know, some Le Mans prototype cars did have almost 1,000 horsepower, if not more. Some of them had more than 1,000 horsepower, but they had some proper racing tires on them, and they're still hard to drive. But in a road car, you need all-wheel drive with that much power. You do. Also, I also posted a couple images on this car. This is the first one. The caption is based off of some meme. If you haven't seen it, you won't get it. But it just catches air. I wasn't even trying to. And then I took a second picture and sent it. And this is the aftermath. And it's just the car going backwards around the corner. And it says 1,600 horsepower and hills don't mix well. So, without further ado, let's drive the car, because why not? Ooh, somebody else liked it before. Sorry for exiting that quickly, but got another like that quickly. Or was it a different one? Oh, it was that. Oh, it's the same. Okay, I see. Never mind. Let's get to it. What track would be fun to drive? We could do Suzuka. Why don't we do Suzuka? We could do it in the morning to give a more sort of tired tone to this extremely waking car. As in, like, it really wakes you up. And you'll see what I mean in just a second. Like, Just, I mean, you know, I've never been shocked by a car in a racing game as much as I have this thing. Just that simple. And I just want to pull up the comments and everything first. Just hang tight. Alright. So we'll select manual transmission. Obviously. Who does auto anymore? I mean, I guess if you have a controller with like a joystick, it's kind of hard to do this shift. I still like it better. The automatic transmissions on racing games are not even modeled like actual automatic transmissions are in real cars. Oh, that sounds savage. The car in the game doesn't sound quite as good as that, but it still sounds pretty good. That's just the sound they recorded. The only other car I've driven around this track was a Lamborghini Huracan. So I'm kind of curious to see what kind of time this can do. My guess is it can do under a 2-minute time. Maybe even like a low 150. And I'm gonna use racing hard tires just because that's what I've been using before. I could probably put some super softs on it, but I'm afraid it's just gonna be too sticky. Well, actually, no, I take that back. It probably won't be too sticky. I'm actually kind of curious to see what is it like to drive with super soft tires. Because, I mean, in a real race car, you can put super softs on it. I don't think it's completely unrealistic. Let's just see how much grip this car actually has now. Oh, wow. I missed that corner by, about 3 miles. The interior, I guess it's a whole mixed bag of opinions on that, but I don't personally like it that much, actually. Oh, my. I like the whole rearview mirror thing, but it's a little too concepty, too out there. Alright. I need to stop talking, because if I talk, I'm not going to be able to drive this thing. I can actually brake there. Oh my gosh, whoa. And it stops on a dime. I mean, for a car that has this much goose, it's amazing. It's got some grip, too. It's an easy car to drive. Like, it's a lot. It's as easy to drive as a Mazda Miata. That's the crazy thing, and it goes this fast too. Actually, I take that back. I think the Mazda Miata, last time I drove that, I spun it about 10 times. This is easier to drive. This is amazing. The only reason why I kept going off the track at the beginning there is just simply because it's so fast, you forget how fast it is. And you get into it, and you hit the corner about 3 miles later than you expected it. Or, yeah. About 3 hours later than you expected to. 3 miles, I don't know, 3 miles isn't a form of time, I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright. Just focus. Speed. A lot of it, because I'm going 190 around that corner. Woo! That's what you call a crash. Quite a bad crash. That wasn't realistic, it just completely stopped. If that was a real crash, that would have hurt a lot. That'd been like 100 G's. Somebody would have died probably if that was a real crash. That's not how cars. It should have bounced a lot more. Look at this. This thing's just crazy though. Back to the car. Oh my gosh. Stick. Power. You just give it a bootload. Like the first half throttle is, yeah, it feels fast, but then you just step on it, it's like everything just becomes a blur. I'm surprised, I'd be very surprised if this thing doesn't have electric motors. I mean, because you hit the gas and it just goes. Like heck. I mean, last time I drove the LaFerrari in my other video, this thing is just insane compared to that. It's easier to drive too, and accelerates like on a different level. I think it literally, the game says it accelerates twice as fast. It's amazing. Because this car actually handles, unlike probably the normal Chiron, or Chiron, or whatever it's called, compared to, like, the LaFerrari or McLaren people. And this thing actually handles I can't wait to. They're supposedly updating a bunch of cars. I can't wait till they like update a McLaren P1. That'll be fun to compare that to the LaFerrari. Or if even they do a Porsche 918. Lost it through there again. Don't crash, don't hit the wall. Ooh, hit the gravel trap, but I saved it from the wall. And why does it do that? That's just a way to confuse you. Like, if I'm doing a race, whatever, it's a penalty. It's freaking arcade mode. You don't need to do that to me. Another drawback is the visibility in this car is kind of ant. But I like the fact the rearview mirror is like right in front of you. That's cool. Because if there's a car behind you, you can tell immediately. I don't know why more car companies haven't thought of that. Ooh, just focus and drive. This is a lot easier to drive around Interlagos. It requires so much brain power. You know, it's kind of the similar thing as to a lot of reviews I've heard on the Zonda R. Like, it requires a lot of brain power to drive in real life, but like, it's an easy car to drive. It's like that on another level. Because I'm doing 230 into this corner and just casually talking about it. It's amazing. I mean, it has the same sort of grip, if not more grip than a GT3 car does, and it's got 3 times the power, 4 times the power probably almost. I can't be too anxious to get on the gas because it will go into a pretty wild understeer. Focus pretty hard. Ooh, this is the tricky spot. No, not the wall. Oh, I missed the wall. This car should be illegal. It's like insane. This is a tricky track. This is the hardest track I've driven the car around. I actually could turn a little bit of traction control on because it is that scary. Put on 2. It was the traction control was going on every time I hit a bump. That's how fast the car is. I was driving a straight line at like 180 and the traction control just came on. But it's not a car that is harder to drive than ever. It's just really 156. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I actually got a 153 one of the laps. I'm sure people have gotten under 150s with the car. I'm not that good of a driver, so. You can just drive it through, you can accelerate through the corners in this car. Oh gosh. I don't keep crashing, but the fact that I'm even keeping it on the track for 70% of the time in a car that has this much power is pretty amazing. We try to go for a hot lap here, and then we'll move on to some online racing. It's got a weird oversteer to it though. Sometimes when I get into an oversteer, it's hard to get back. And I get on the power, it just straightens it right back out. At the snap of fingers. It's hard to talk and drive though. Despite the fact this is an easy car to drive, I mean, it's easy for a car that has this much power. I mean, because it is, I mean, it's an easy car to drive. But you have to focus so dang hard. It really does take away a lot of your brain power at one time. Interlagos is such a fun track, though. Should go back there, man. I just drove around that corner at insane speed. And I actually didn't spin it. I came close, but I didn't spin it. I was 180 around that corner, just casually driving 180 around that corner. You gotta watch it over hills. You can get air. You can get big air off the hills in this car. This thing just eats straightaways up like nothing else. Like, there's 223. Yeah, I'm saying that casually as I'm driving into a corner. That over 200 miles an hour. This is amazing. It really is. Ooh, that was a good exit too. Yeah, 146. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure people get 130s even. Try one more lap. Be very gingerly on the power through here, because if I give it too much power, it's going to torque steer really badly. Dang it. Whatever. Alright, I'm done. This car's too much for my brain right now. I know I keep saying it's easy to drive and I keep crashing it, but I've lost all focus. 146, so it's actually way faster than I thought it would be. So you can select different classes. So you have N1000, N900. I don't know, what car is even in N900? Is there even any cars that are? So we got any more likes on those? No, I didn't. Well, let's do some online racing. Because obviously that's more fun to watch than me just messing around with the Bugatti Chiron. Or, not Chiron, sorry. Chiron's the road version. The Bugatti Vision Gran Turismo. We'll first start off with a Group 4 race. I'll enter it in my personally decaled Toyota. But really, with that Bugatti Vision Gran Turismo, you can forget any other car, aside from maybe an SRT Tomahawk. Anything else, man, that thing will completely destroy. Maybe also Red Bull X1 might be a little bit faster, but anything that's decently realistic. And that's the other thing, like, this is a... Like, on GT6, those cars, you know, they didn't feel completely believable either. This car does feel believable still, like... It's hard to get anywhere near the power, which is kind of how a car with that much power would really feel in real life. Alright, let's try this car. Use this camera because I do not like the interior view with this. That's what you'll find with me. I'll use some cars in interior view and I'll use some without. This car sounds proper, man. I like the engine note. Let's see if I can get a proper qualifying time with this car. I'm a little faster than the Porsche, but I was also like, I also need to get used to the car too. Sure, I'm gonna be a little bit faster than that. It's hard to drive through these sections. A little harder than the Porsche. The Porsche is not quite as stubborn in the front. The sooner you get in the power there, the better. Could have gone on a little sooner, I think, and got the car to rotate still. Shiitake. Ah, crap. Sometimes I don't like the oversteer effects, but I completely lost it there. I got on the power just a little bit too soon. Tried to make traction control on one, maybe it'll help me just a little bit here. Try braking just a little bit later through there. I realize I'm not going to be able to complete this lap. Using like almost all the track and still not getting out of corner quite as fast. I don't think I won't be able to finish the lap. Yep, I didn't think so. Why is he even trying to pull that off? Just sitting in the middle of the racetrack, what the heck? little sooner. So here we go, start of the race. Somehow I got the similar exit speed than I normally do. I don't know if it's really realistic or not. Ooh, we're too late there. Wow, long shot. Exit, that's really gonna sacrifice. This guy's catching up. I wonder if they have any boost on. I wonder if that's what it is. So I qualified better than he did. Not by much though, so he could be catching up to me. Turn in a little sooner there, but actually take a wider exit now. Yeah, he was faster off that. He's going good off that corner. I think it's just the second half of the track where I'm really struggling a little bit with finding the fine. Maybe it's just this car too. He's always faster than me in the second half. And in another race, there was another guy that was that way too. Oh, I apexed that a lot later, and yet I think I actually got a pretty good exit off of that. A little bit of oversteer there. I think it's actually pretty easy to correct slides. I think the main issue that some people have is the field of view is really wide in this game. And if you sit really close to your television, move your seat position up, like in your cockpit, if you have a cockpit. It really helps, actually, I noticed. I can catch slides a lot easier, and it basically is acting similarly if you turn the field of view up. It's a similar... It's a similar effect of having a lower field of view, I think. It's a tip that really helped me, actually. Something I just kind of thought about doing. Because I was also fixing my pedals one time, and I got them fixed. And my cockpit was a little further back from the television. I was trying to drive a certain car, and it was really hard. I'm like, this is impossible to drive. And then I put my seat back up, and it was actually really easy. It was really easy to catch slides. I'm like, this is fun. It's the same car. Just by moving my cockpit position, changed everything. No joke. Try that line through that corner. Seemed to work pretty good. Still not going very fast though. Yeah, it's still a 145. There we go. That was not good. There could have been that much load on my... Actually, it probably wasn't that much load on my rear tires. Loaded them up too quickly. I'm getting a better exit off of that corner. I'm apexing it a lot later there. But I'm still not getting very good laps. I wonder if, like, they have, like, a boost and it's slowing me down because I'm in the lead so much. Because it's a lot easier to put down a fast lap in qualifying. I don't know. Maybe it isn't that. Maybe it's just because I didn't get any good laps there. Well, it actually did almost spin a tire that one time, so that was probably... that had something to do with it. No doubt. Ooh, got a lot of credits for that. It's fun and it pays well. And somebody actually got a faster lap by quite a bit. When will it be it? I don't know what it is, but there's some aspects of this game that remind me of Gran Turismo 4. Alright, what else can I participate in sport mode for? another 21 minutes, I'll have a Group 3. I don't have that many Group 3 cars. I might use the Porsche, I think I will, for that. I already did that and 200 race. It was kind of boring, I thought. Because it was just, I mean, I'm not nominating against oval track racing. I actually think it's a lot of fun. But the cars just weren't fast enough for the track. It was like... And then the Mazda 6 also wasn't very revvy either. Like, I would think I'd still have more RPM to shift it, and it would always, like, surprise me how low revving it was. And it wouldn't even really... It kind of just stayed at RPM. It didn't really bounce off a rev limiter or anything either. Like, there wasn't any indication that the car was winding its engine out too much. But when I shifted it, it went like 3 miles an hour faster. So I'd be, like, way behind everybody else when I forgot to shift it into the 5th gear. So, for this, I'm going to try the Porsche this time, just because I think it is a little bit faster. And I also have a cockpit view for this car, too. Well, I shouldn't say there's a cockpit view for all the cars, but when I say that, I mean, like, it's a decent cockpit view. It fits to my driving position the best, the way I have my setup here. It also sounds cool too, which I have said in another video before. And this car has a potential like low 44, I think. Nah, I'm not leveling it up. I don't need to. But I'll try some of the different things I've found in that last race, like apexing that last corner a bit later. I'll try that. Alright. Go for the first corner here. Oh, I apexed it. I went in too early. It's amazing how many people I see mess up that first corner, and they'll turn it in way too early, and then they'll get such a wide exit, and they'll be like, what? We got a layer off that. Again, I kind of turned it in there a little too early. Could have gone on it a little bit sooner if I didn't. Not a big deal, though. She got off that corner pretty quick. Yeah, this car's it's a little more hooked up than the Toyota was, and also has a little more front end bite too. Ooh, this is slow. I could do a lot better. On apex. A little wide, but okay. I cut that a little bit better, I think. I don't think the game punishes you quite enough for stepping too far over a curb. Come on. I'm a little wider off that corner. Oh, a little too wide. I gotta start that over again. That was a fail. You're still giving me a penalty for some weird reason. I have no idea why it does that. I'm off the gas. Why are you not giving me a penalty? Thank you for finally giving me that. It's time trial. You don't need to give me a penalty for any good reason. Because in terms of lap times, if you cut a corner, it's just going to slow you down. It doesn't matter how. For racing, you could use it to cheat, I can understand, but don't penalize me in qualifying. And if I don't take the penalty, it won't let me do the next lap. Which is dumb, I think, as well. It should just add 2 seconds to that lap. It should still let you do the next lap. Because I didn't do it on the next lap. I did it on that lap. But I guess I'm getting really picky. Oh, nonsense. What? How's there 4/10ths down? Doesn't give you enough time to qualify either. I only had time to do like 2 laps. You have 2 real lucky ones in. Hat off. I think that's wow, that was 1,000th of a second faster than the person in 3rd place. That's actually pretty amazing. Come on, drive it in there, buddy. I feel like it's not super consistent. There, like I turned it in at a similar time. Crap. corner make me mad too. I also don't like the... Of course, it gives me... It's not even an actual... It's just practice, and they give me a penalty. Why? It's practice. You don't need to give me a penalty. That's dumb. Oh well. I guess why does it really matter? Yeah, you always want to go out to win, but like, don't be disappointed if you don't, you know? And I still have fun even if I don't. That's actually really not the point of really doing this. Just to win. It's not really the point for me. It's just to have fun, you know, and have a good race and give it your best shot. So, here we go. It'll also be clean as well. I don't know why he did that. I'm not even hitting the apexes at all. He's just trying to make me, he's just trying to help me catch up to him, is what he's trying to do. I don't know what he's doing. That's not a very good move, buddy. Alright. He's gonna get me out the corner. Maybe not. Try to get as much room as I could there. Should have backed off, so I should have done. I knew I shouldn't have taken that risk. Still a good race now. Tucks it in too much, so he doesn't use the whole track. I don't know why he does that. I don't know how he got on the inside of me and then didn't sacrifice it on the exit. Whoa, he broke early. I don't want to hit the back of it, but it broke really early there. I'm like, whoa. Hey, but you know, I got around him on the braking. I don't think I should really be complaining. He's gonna so lose it there. He's a weird driver. Use all that track and a little bit of grass too, as a bonus. That GTR must be a really fast car, because he's not even using half the freaking racetrack, and he's still ahead of me somehow. He could be using a lot more track. I'm looking at him. And he's still barely faster than I am. Well, he's still faster than I am. I'm gonna have to get a hold of one of those Nissan GTRs. Apex it. Look through here, he just tucks it in there. Why does he do? He should use the whole track going out of there. At least that's what I do. I don't think there is actually any boost. I don't know. This is a great... you can really catch somebody on the braking here. Dude, you slammed the door on me. Oh well, I got around him. Maybe not the most clean way to get around somebody, but got around him. Could give me a little bit of room there. I've appreciated it, but whatever, you know. Well, he didn't try to take me out or anything, so you know. There's the 44 I was looking for. Four seconds ahead of him? 5 seconds? Didn't make a mistake or something? Must have. Now the whole goal is just to keep it on the track. So I'm driving maybe 85–90%. Sometimes I like to drive 100% just to see what lap times I can get, but that can end badly. Sometimes if you have a really huge lead and then you destroy it. Keep remembering that I can't apex it when the cone tells me to. I gotta apex it a little bit earlier. This might be another good lap too. There's a 45 flat. It's still the best lap though. Well, that was still a good race overall, I think. The guy did kind of slam the door on me a little bit when I tried to get around him there. I got underneath of him, and he must not have realized I was there. Because those radar things, well, they do work. They are tricky to read sometimes when you're trying to race. I have been caught off guard sometimes by them. I'm sure he probably didn't do it on purpose. Because I did get the inside on him, though, clearly. I did fairly and squarely, and if that was a real race, that would have been alright. But come up to an S license, cool. In sportsmanship ranking. See if there's a group 3 entry available. I thought there was. Oh, there's only a minute left now. I could just wait for that. I'm just waiting the 25 seconds it's gonna take. Looking at how my YouTube channel is doing. Not really much different. Oh, we have an entry now. Okay. So, I'm actually going to enter the Porsche. I have two Toyota FT1s. I won both of them. I don't know why they would give me the same, but I guess they did. So let's give this car a shot. And it's a Nürburgring race. So this is actually a very realistic race. So this RSR, I've heard, is actually like a mid-engine car. It's more of a mid-engine Porsche than it is rear engine. They actually moved the engine more towards, closer to where the driver is, in the back. It's a fast car. I've driven on a Assetto Corsa. That's a great handling car. And it's every bit as good on this, too. Well, looking at some of the times I've already seen posted, I'm just gonna kind of guess that. Yeah, adjust my cockpit view a little bit here. There, let's leave it like that. Do it like that. What's a tight? Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot tighter than it is on AC. Front brake biased in the car. I can't really have any excuses because I have like 13 minutes to get this qualifying session done. That's right, I tried traction control on 1 here. 2 actually. I'll read the comments eventually here, but I just want to get some laps down first. Sounds like an advertisement or something. Ooh, I turned that in way too late. Still managed. That was still a decent corner though. Love how accurate the tracks are though. Like, I've driven this track on a Assetto Corsa, which is laser scanned, and it's, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I broke it a little too late there. No, I didn't. Maybe not on 2. Maybe on 1. Limiting me a lot off that corner. Now turn it off. I like it better, so more natural. Oh my. I'm way back. Way behind here. Need some catching up to do here. Alright, I'm gonna need to do some adjustments because this is way slow. Alright, so somebody... I don't know what... I'm confused. what this has to do with the video. I don't know. No, I'd rather not play. That was a pretty slow lap. 156.8. Oh my gosh. I have a lot of work to do. On Assetto Corsa, I think I could get like a 150. I don't know. Man, I feel like if I had racing soft tires on it, I could probably not get that time yet. That is. You'd be surprised how much the setup makes. Setup, I think, makes too much of a difference, if anything. I could actually legit do that. Oh, okay. The other thing is, I don't like the way they set up the ride height in the game. They set it up the rear's taller than the front, which means it's hard to get weight transfer onto the rear of the car. I like lowering the rear more than the front. Natural frequency, I have no idea what that is. The effect spring rate values change on the suspension. I have never heard of that setting before. I wonder if I mess with the entry roll bar with a little bit, if that's going to do anything. May also add a little bit more downforce to the car. I'm not really good at setting up cars on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'm certainly not very good in the qualifying. I'm better at qualifying on a Assetto Corsa. I can do it pretty good on a Assetto, but on this game I just don't have any. I don't have anything with the setups. I still haven't figured them out. On Gran Turismo in general, I don't have a very good idea what to do with the setups. But on Assetto Corsa, I can usually look at it and say I need to do this, and it usually does something for me. I feel like the setups also make too much of a difference. Like, you reset up the car on Assetto Corsa. I mean, if the setup's going to make like a 4-second difference, 3 or 4 second difference, that means they don't have very good stock setups on these cars. That's basically what it means. So I didn't feel like I did a horrible lap or anything. I mean, I could have, obviously I'm not the best driver in the world either. I messed that up. Oh, wide. If I use this fuel, I can go any faster. In first gear? That's a high first gear. I like this view a little bit better right now. I can do a lot better with some of these sections. That was 2 seconds slower. Almost. I'm starting to really like this car, man. It's a good car. I thought it was 2 seconds faster. It was 2 seconds faster than my previous time. Dang it. Oh, understeer. A little bit of lock up there. Should have kept the wheel turned a little bit more there. Apex is too early still. I'm a little bit faster, or was a little bit faster, probably until I made that stupid mistake. Still have a lot of work to do. The braking effects are not super shining, I don't think. But I can have a pretty good idea what the car is actually doing, like in terms of weight transfer and everything. I think it's just a hair down from Project Cars 2. I've already said this, but I think it's just a hair down from Project Cars 2. Which is a hair down from Assetto Corsa. I'll take a 159 too. Considering it's like the first time I've driven this track on this game, I'll take that. I really will. That's about what I'd probably get on Assetto Corsa as well. Although I am using racing hard tires to be completely fair, I don't want to save the... Yeah, I actually might save the replay. I won't share it. Yeah, 5th from my online friend rating. What's the fastest? It's a 156.8. 54. what do people do? I feel like that's all they do. They don't do anything else in their lives. I don't think they have other lives besides this. I mean, if you get a 154, I mean, that's pretty much what that says. But that is pretty insane, too. It's in the same car as I am driving, too, rather embarrassingly. Yeah. But 5 whole seconds. Where do they extract 5 more seconds from the time? See, that's one thing I don't like about this game. How do you extract 5 more seconds? Do you hack the game? I mean, I don't know what you do, because the setup shouldn't make that much of a difference. If the setup makes that much of a difference, the stock setups are crap. There shouldn't be. They should have a decent stock setup on the car. I feel like I improved it quite a bit, but I'm not even close to the ballpark, to where some really fast guys are. I mean, where do you find 5 seconds from that car? I mean, I don't like to think I'm like the best driver ever. I mean, I like to think I'm decent, though. And not 5 seconds slower. I shouldn't be. My driving couldn't make that much of a difference. I don't think it does, because I've looked at some of the license tests, and sometimes I kind of get a little bit bored. I'm like, let's see how fast I can go for a certain license test or a certain circuit experience thing. And sometimes I even top some of those leaderboards of certain sectors and whatnot. Well, I'm up to C license, hey, or yeah, to C in terms of driver ranking. That's good. Some good news. After this race, I'm probably going to take a break, though. Alright, I'm going to go out here, down to the racetrack here. I might actually use a little bit of traction control for this race. Oh. Sorry, I don't know. No problem. I don't know what the problem is. It's not even an actual race. If it was an actual race, I might not be the most happy person ever. But he didn't even do anything, so you could ram me in the back in this and I wouldn't really care. I don't even know if he did anything to me. I think it might have been somebody else. But I did hear a little flunk. But I don't even think he... I mean, why is he apologizing? To someone. But I don't think it really honestly would matter in this. Let's go for it. This car's amazing. Could have broken later there. Alright, here we go. Focus. No, no contact. Oh, great. What? I should have broken so much earlier. I could have gotten around both of them. Darn it. How did they hit that green edge and not spin out? Do that on Assetto Corsa and you're just done. Like that. Oh no. Oh, not sure if that really went in the track limits or not. I kind of cut that a bit. Yeah, didn't it somehow get a penalty for that? There's no toe thing there. I see a toe sticker, but how did he do that? No, that was a good move, but he almost cut me off completely there. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Go around me. Go around me. I'm sorry. Come on, go! What are you doing, stupid car? I guess that might be realistic. The way the clutches work on these things. That was weird, though. Well, I deserved that, because that was a stupid thing I did there. See, I make mistakes, too. Sometimes you get away with stuff I don't feel like you probably should be able to, though. Like that. I should have just completely wrecked it. Probably would have on Assetto Corsa. I know I keep saying the words Assetto Corsa over and over. I need to go back on that game, though. I don't know. I sort of miss it a little bit. The competition is nowhere near as good as it is on this, so... I haven't done any decent laps yet. I was trying to use threshold braking. The braking effects, I mean, they're basically nothing. They're not good. At first I thought they were okay, but they're just, I'm reconsidering now. I don't know how well that's going to work. You might make it work. What? How did they get out? That, I don't know, man. How did they get him in the outside there? That shouldn't have happened. It's a beetle. Just don't have any excuses for my bad driving around. That's 10 laps. Holy crap. Ooh, power! Power wins everything. Shiitake. What? He went off the track. I know I almost spun it, but he went off the track. I'm starting to see some of these things, and I'm like, do I really, honestly... Here's what I need to do. Get on the outside of him like that. Oh, he blocked me. Darn it. I guess maybe he really didn't. Tried that move. That didn't really work, did it? It's a lot more racing than just winning, though. I just quoted the movie's Cars on my YouTube video. Oh, nice. Okay. There is a lot more racing than just winning. I'm sure somebody else probably said that before the movie Cars did as well. But there is. It's true. Oh! They break so freaking early. I just hate it when I hit the back of them. First of all, my sportsmanship ranking goes down. Second of all, I make people mad. I'm not trying to do that. I can tell you just to swerve off the road if you're gonna hit the back of them, but it's too hard to do. And at least I didn't really screw up this race. I should have really flew past him off the exit. Well, I probably shouldn't have, because I cranked it in a little too hard. I got a faster car too, that's the thing. What are you doing? Don't hit the back of him. No, you don't. I don't know how you're gonna brake later than me. Expect to get through that corner. I just broke really late there. I'm only halfway through the race. I may maybe be a little too negative here. But the laps I'm getting are not very good. I just said something more negative. Come on, turn in, turn in, turn in. There we go. Should have him off the exit, but I doubt that's going to happen because this game seems to not handle situations 100% accurate. I mean, I'm on the outside. I pulled that off. Give me a second. I see first place here. Maybe I can keep up. Maybe I can catch up to him a little. Trying to take a different line through there, maybe. That works. Oh no, got some oversteer building up there. Don't clip the dirt. See, I feel like that corner you can get away with a lot, way too much through there. It's hard to get on when it's hard to decide when to get on the power. I'm gonna turn the traction control on 2. Maybe that'll help me a little. Sometimes it restricts me too much though. I don't like the feeling of traction control in the game. Dude, I don't know what you're doing. He just does that. How does he get away with it? He doesn't actually. I pull way ahead of him. That's the answer. I keep asking that question. I remember my tires are actually wearing out too. The fuel's being consumed. I'm catching up to the guy a little bit. I wonder if they have boost on. I hate it when they do that. Something's telling me they don't, something's telling me they do. Well, it shouldn't be, because I don't feel like I'm doing that well right now. I can do this, I can do this. Reeling him in. I must have made a mistake as well, because I was 6 seconds behind him not that long ago. Fastest lap of the race? Yes, it was! That is not really the proper racing line, is it? Alright, I'm back. Looks like progress is going pretty good here. Reeling him in slowly. Half second by half second. What if they have boost on? Because I don't feel like I don't think my car's handling that great. Probably shouldn't have messed with the setup as much as it did. He's actually pulling ahead of me though, so maybe he's only taking one bad mistake from him though. How did I do that lap? I feel like it was that bad. Force feedback I think is pretty good in this game now. Oh, understeer. I'm losing on the front tires just a little bit. But he's slowing down even more than I am. Oh, there we go. That was a proper line through there. That was good. That's how you do it. Through there. Finally got that corner right. Finally, for once. Like, right. Like, really good right. There's lap traffic? Well, I guess I cut the track a little too much there, and that cost me 3 seconds. But still, that was a good race. That was still a great race. Shouldn't have cut the track that much. I just didn't want to have any contact there. I gotta go. On that note, it's a good place to end. Thanks for watching, and I'm out.